of challenges when they start up new leadership roles. How do we embrace the right challenge and remain our authenticity when we're starting our new leadership role? And is it possible to develop your authentic leadership style and stay true to yourself and remain an effective leader? I'm Angela Cox, and this episode will uncover how to structure your journey as a new leader and remain respected, and also to avoid embracing the wrong challenge. The challenges in starting new leadership role vary, but the attitude we developed during our previous career, during our previous growth, is something that will dictate our approach and our adaptability. So, what it means really is that through our previous experiences, many adopted the approach of embracing the challenge. You heard it so many times, and that is a fantastic tool to have. Only if or when we embrace the right challenge. So let's look deeper into this podcast, and I really hope that anyone who tunes in finds value. And if you relate to this message, or you starting up new role, especially fresh new role in 2024, and you want to portray yourself as an effective, dynamic leader, I encourage you to get in touch and get an audit on your current leadership style. So, starting your leadership path may bring a complex challenges. Embracing the wrong challenge increases the chances of you having really underwhelming outcomes. So, what really it means, if you have solid strategy in place and you curious, how am I going to lead the team? How am I going to communicate with the team and stakeholders in the way that is going to be effective and productive? And what are my desired outcome look like? So what result do I want to achieve in this leadership? These parts, these topics we will discuss right now. So some example of leaders who started already and who done their groundwork. I will discuss this now, and I encourage you to listen up, because it's always more effective, even though people say there is no better learning than your own mistakes. I want you to save the time, to save the disheartening experiences, and to learn from mistakes of others. Whether you're a newbie or you experienced leader who is moving industries, getting new team soon, perhaps just some restructuring in the company, this podcast may help you in equal measures. It would not be fair to brush all startups, all newbies, and even experienced leaders who move teams with the same brush. Okay, we all have our unique set of skills, and we adapt in a different ways. But some people tend to do these things that I'm going to discuss now, and that may greatly help you to avoid those pitfalls. You probably heard me saying over and over again, when we approach a milestone, or we are just about to deal with a stressful situation, or we're right in the busy, dynamic role, we tend to do more of the same thing. We tend to do more of something we learned it worked for us. So we just tend to repeat the process simply because we're in a fight or flight mode. We don't have the time for any other deviations. So we just do more of the same thing. And that includes doing it yourself. DIYing it, as I said, it's common mistake many people come across. So when you start in your role and you're just about to find your feet, but you need to portray yourself as a proactive leader, as you know what you do, you want to produce great results by the end of quarter, month, or whatever. Sometimes it feels easier to grab a couple of tasks and do it yourself until you get to know your team, until you find their strengths and weaknesses, and so on and so forth. That takes us to common pitfall number 2: overlooking the importance of strong team. Leadership is not just about having a great idea. Okay, it's about building the team that can execute that idea. So leaders who don't prioritize hiring the right talent or connecting with the right talent, finding their strengths and weaknesses in their teams, they would more than likely set themselves up for undesirable results. And on the long run, it's going to affect your strategies and your outcomes. Many people who start new roles, they find it so busy, overwhelming, new things, a lot of things to adapt to. Ignore business basics. Whatever your business is about, is it an IT business? Is it a solicitor's business? Is it, I don't know what else may it be, non-profit, whatever. The end result is the figures. Figures speak the loudest. And our overlooking, or by us leaders, new leaders, overlooking the financial part of the business, understanding finances, knowing your cash flow, knowing the basic of the business, what is more profitable, what is less profitable, what takes more time, less time, whatever it may be, is crucial for sustainable growth. Also, people tend to, especially new managers, new leaders who have great ideas, who enter their roles excited for this venture, they may tend to scale too fast, too quickly. So while growth is essential, scaling too quickly without solid foundations can lead to operational issues. So what's going to happen is you scale too quick and the team needs the time to catch up with your ideas, so they simply cannot deliver. We often, as well, people who start up and who are really, really set in their ways, especially that actually may relate to leaders who are experienced and who have experience, and they really set in their way. There's very little they don't know. They tend to ignore the importance of connecting with the team and connecting with the rest of the stakeholders, within the company, and often fall into micromanagement. That is the last common pitfall I wanted to speak about. Micromanagement is really, it's when you've gone through some of those common mistakes, should I say, just for the simplicity. You took those steps that are doing it yourself, getting overwhelmed, ignoring business basics, or maybe some of it, and overlooking the importance of building the strong team. Micromanagement seems like a good idea, seems like good tool to have. And I know a lot of managers, female leaders as well, who value this tool, which I would strongly recommend you to review that strategy because micromanagement in the long run leads you to weakened team and weakened trust and broken communication. So to sum it all up, you may have a great set of leadership skills and strategies, but if you stick rigidly to those skills and strategies, you actually have the tendency to embrace the wrong thing. And also, you have less chances to succeed with your new teams in your new role. Um, are you about to start a new role? Do you want to look at your leadership style, look at it and do the audit with me so that you start your new role, be it in early into 2024 or anytime soon, that you enter your new role with refreshed look that will allow you to effectively lead and also develop yourself as well as developing your team. Then be sure to DM me audit, and I'll send you the link for this audit. I have two calls free, two spaces free for next week, which is the last week before Christmas. And if you still want to have that peace of mind, have a chat, have a conversation, and enter 2024 with peace of mind, be sure to DM me as well. Just DM audit and I'll send you the link. Chat to you soon.